Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Evie May and I'm back with another episode of Animal Crossing New Horizons. So a quick announcement from Isabella tells us that we have the Toy Day series out, which is one of my favorite series. There's so many good things to get out of it, so I'm so excited to see what December brings. I was also hoping she'd have an announcement about the snow starting. I've seen a lot of people's islands starting to have snow. Unfortunately, ours has not yet. Apparently it's just like where I live, where we have like late snowfalls sometimes. Now this year we definitely don't. I have so much snow here and my back is already ready to break with the shoveling. Thankfully we had rain today to wear it out a bit, but unfortunately I'm driving later and it's supposed to like rain and snow, so there's probably gonna be ice. So I'm a little bit nervous about that. I don't like winter driving. My old car was a really old one. It was like a very old Chevy Aveo and that was horrible for the winter. So I'm a little bit nervous to drive because it's been a little bit now since I've properly driven in the winter. I didn't really drive last year after like slight nervousness with my old car. But anyways, that's besides the point. Hello everyone, how are you? I'm doing wonderful. I'm having a great day. I'm drinking a latte right now. I made it with skim milk. It's a protein milk, so that's fun, you know, getting the gains in. I did a chest day today, so I'm like great energized. So when we last left off, actually, speaking about the game, we had K.k Slider come and perform on our island, so he'll be making more appearances now every Saturday. So we'll get to see plenty of that. As you can see, I also got the quality, like not the quality, but the sound back on the game working again, so that's perfect. No more awkward audio added or quietness throughout it, so that's perfect to have back. Other than that, we technically have beat the first part of the game. So with that, a lot of things unlocked for us. We didn't get the announcement about it today because I did play yesterday for the turnips and I worked shortly after that, so I didn't really record anything yesterday, but Isabella did let us know that we had some stuff that is now available to us in the Nook Miles redemptions. Now, I don't go through it in this video because I have no Nook Miles whatsoever, but as you can see, I have bought some stuff. The garden now has patches. Everything right now is a work in process, so my island, I know it looked horrible before, but it looks horribler right now. And I mean, like, it looks way worse because I'm just in the process of everything, and as you'll see throughout this video with what I've been at, the island's a little bit of a disaster. So going into the Nooks cranny, I quickly checked to see the turnip prices because I kind of missed out on the turnips properly last week. So today's was 93, which isn't too bad. However, I did buy the turnips for 110, I think it was. So I'm really hoping to catch them like when they're above 110, but I'm getting a little bit nervous even though today's Monday and last week I said I had a horrible week for turnips, and unfortunately what I sold them for was either just hitting the same or it was like slightly under, but today was high. I'm hoping tomorrow's higher, but we'll see. We'll see. Like, fingers crossed and everything. And right now, as you can see, I'm just doing the daily chores if you're wondering what I'm at. Anyways, so in there, we seen the little item. It was a robot. I was not the biggest fan of the robot. Again, there's a few other ones that I'm really excited for, like the dogs, the dolls. There's something else too. I can't remember for the life of me now. We also quickly had a money tree, which is perfect. So other than that, what we have now unlocked to the island, I quickly also went into the Able Sisters. I know I keep cutting myself off, but I'm sure I will get to it. I'm also out of the things the Sable gives us now. I guess there's no more patterns. I've got them all, which I'm kind of shocked. Also, our mother in the letter from earlier gave us that sweater. I love it. And I decided to keep it on, but I think there's a lot of stuff in the furniture, not furniture, but the clothing I love. Like, the Able Sisters really went off today, so I had to, like, go in again to buy some more clothes. I love those coats right there, like the puffy ones, the little puffer jackets. I have one, actually, that's been my winter wear. Yeah, that's what I've been wearing now just to keep myself warm, because I find it keeps the heat in really well. I bought it last year in February, and I did not think I was going to wear it at all. I got it when we went to London, and I was wearing it around in London in, I think it was late February I went, so it's still a bit chilly, but, like, it's not as cold as where I'm from. Because I remember, like, we had so much snow last February where I live. And then when we went to London, they had no snow, and it was just so nice to see. And, like, it rained a little bit, but I gotta say, it did not rain at all, which is nice. I mean, I don't mind the rain. It rains a lot here, but it was nice to have a break from, like, the weird weather so much. I also quickly changed up my style, so now we're rocking, like, the auburn hair. I decided to change from blue and take a little bit of break of blue, so we went with auburn. I think it looks perfect with our winter outfit. I also went into the house so many times. I was like, girl, what are you at? Like, Evie, chill. I don't know if it was his parents when they were younger. I used to get mad at them for, like, running back and forth the house all the time because I found, like, me and, like, my friends as a kid, we were famous for going back and forth the house all the time, letting the heat out, and they hated it. We got in so much trouble all the time for that. But anyways, Agnes was also sick, which just gave us another task on the island to do. So I quickly just checked with the villagers because I wasn't sure who would be doing the crafting or the DIY recipe that day, and unfortunately everyone I went into just was not at it. So I was like, guys, like, what are you at? Why do I have to keep running around? Speaking of that too, with the Nook's Redemption thing, I do have the terraforming kit, as you can probably guess right now with how much of a disaster everything is. I've been trying to do some paths and stuff. I'm doing that on my free time. I might do some recording with it. I'm not sure until I kind of work things out and how I see it. I've been seeing so many people on TikTok who's been restarting their islands, or people on Facebook or like Instagram with their islands, and like they look so nice with the terraforming. Meanwhile, mine is just like, ugh. That's kind of like the best way to describe what's going on right now. I've decided to try to open it up to like make a little river area. I think that would be fun with a pond. So like just trust the process, guys. Just trust the process. Like you can judge, you can hate, but just trust the process. This island's gonna look great. It's probably not gonna look that great, but that's okay. I'm trying my best. I am trying my best, okay? But everyone seems to be doing good. Last night I had a Marina, I'm trying to think, Flora definitely was in on the fun. And I think Pico, yes. Marina, Pico, and Flora. They were out playing with like light sticks last night when I was out doing the terraforming, and oh my god, were they ever the cutest little things. I posted on my Tumblr actually because I was just like, I could not get over it. It was like the girlies out playing around with the light sticks, and it was just so cute to watch. And we also have Dizzy quickly interrupting my speech about that to give us a bashfulness, so that's great of him. But with that said, back to what I was originally saying before I went on like a humongous tangent. So besides the few new items, well, I shouldn't say few, there's so many, and they have a little golden green, which is perfect, because I'm definitely saving up my Nook miles to grab some of those, because it's going to look so nice on the island, and I have ideas to grab some of the stuff I have around Nook's Island, or Nook's Cranny, sorry, and like open it up and make this like little, not arcade, but like a little nice place, you know, grab slushy, maybe go on the not Ferris wheel, but like the little merry-go-round. Like, they have so many things I'm so excited for, and I'm definitely getting, because usually they don't look so nice, but I really like the golden green, because I've never had the golden green color before. And I am diverting from what I was originally saying, but that's okay. So now that we have the DIY recipe for the day, and we have all our daily chores done, now is into the fun stuff. So with that said, we quickly go to Nook's Cranny. And with that, I'm buying a bridge to put over that new river I'm making. Unfortunately, I don't have enough room for that, so I'm going to have to do that off camera, but I do show my struggle a little bit later in the video of how hard it was. But we also have some new things on our island, so first of all, we'll go quickly say hi to Isabel. Hello, girl. How are you? You look great. Anyways, we get to do a ordinance now. So if you don't know what ordinances are, you get 4 different ones, and they all do something great with the island. So the first one is... oh my gosh, I'm waiting for her to say it. So the beautiful island is the one I went for. So basically, islanders will now water your flowers. They will plant flowers. It just makes it very nice. There's less trash. I don't think you can fish up any trash with it. Yeah, I know you can't fish up the trash. And like less weeds will grow, and it just makes your island more nice. And like there's less trash, less clutter and stuff on the island from like the nature and stuff. So I went with that one because I thought that was the best one. The second one I was debating was the beautiful bells, or the blooming bells, or bells, yeah. It's basically the thing of it. So basically with that, you can sell items for a greater price, which is really good for paying off the loans. However, when you buy items, there's a 20% increase in what you buy them for. So I decided not to go with that, and it's like a little spoiler there, but we now have Captain on our island too. So hello, Captain. Yeah, he's from New Leaf. I really enjoyed going to his island with his family, which was so much fun. And if you have seen the trailers for the new update, his family is now going to be returning and joining us on our island, so we will now be running a resort once that update comes out next month. So we have a month and 15 days, but who is counting? Definitely not me. Can't wait for that. But back to what I was saying before we got that, you can enjoy his like little thing. I kind of just zoned out when he was doing that. So the beautiful bells, or the bell ordinance, like I said, you can sell things for a lot more, which is good for paying off loans, paying off different things. However, everything does have a 20% increase. At least that's what I've seen, because normally I do go for the beautiful flower thing, because I just don't see the point in buying things for more money, even though it's nice to sell things for more money. I just don't think the price thing is worth it, and basically you just have inflation happen on your island, and I live in Canada, where inflation is horrible, and I won't use the word I was originally going to say, but it begins with a B and ends with a H, so that's what inflation is here. The other two, basically, the Night Owl Ordinance will just allow your villagers to be up later if you work in the daytime and can't really play the game throughout the day. Things won't close as early either anymore. However, everything opens much later in the day. So I normally play in the daytime, so it's kind of pointless for me to have everything open later, open later and close much later. That's just me anyways. But if you play later in the night, or you work all day and you can't play for the evening, that's a perfect opportunity for you to still enjoy the things in the game. And the early bird one is basically the opposite, where things open much earlier, but they close early as well. So if you find yourself working night shifts and things, it's a great idea, really. But again, I play normal during the daytime. So right now, I just don't see the point of it. And one of the final things, too, was yesterday when I went to the museum to donate some stuff. I was going to say Hooter. My God. Hooters. Oh, God. That's not where I was yesterday. There's not even a Hooters in my town, but... The owl guy. Blathers. There we go. Not Hooters. Blathers told us about his friend, Brewster. That's probably where I was. No, Hooters also don't begin with a H. Okay, I don't know why I'm focused on Hooters. Oh, goodness. But Brewster, we got to go meet him. So I was waiting to do that today when I could be joining everyone so we can go meet Brewster. So that means not today, not tomorrow, but the day after, we now have a cafe on our island, so that's wonderful. We get to go get some coffee, we can get some coffee, and we get to see people outside of their daily positions. So we have people joining us to get coffee, which is great because don't really get to see a lot of the NPCs outside of their roles. So I'm really excited to start seeing everyone and join them for coffee and to see what they like to get to drink. I mean, I drink a lot of coffee. I drink Americanos, I drink black coffee, I drink lattes, I drink cappuccinos, I drink iced coffee, iced lattes. I love coffee. I love different forms of coffee. And I don't run on caffeine anymore. But we also have introduction to joyrides too. I never really played with them much, but I'm going to try to be more serious about them because I think they'll be fun to have. I think they just really play music and stuff. And I see a lot of people do like projects with them where they're like playing songs with the gyroids, and I wish I could do that. I can't. I don't have the motivation for that. But yeah, so the museum will soon be upgraded to have the cafe. And we get to go drink coffee with our villagers, basically, which is wonderful. I think you also get to work a bit for Brewster, because I know in New Leaf you do get to work with Brewster, and you get to have that part-time job, which is a lot of fun, and you get to unlock items through that. I don't fully remember if that's how you do it on this one. You might be able to. Like I said, I don't fully remember. I haven't played New Leaf not New Leaf, but like New Horizons in forever, and anyways, so with that, one last final thing I did before the end of the island, I did go to Harv's Island to see if we had the unlock the town, but I believe you have to go there. But after getting there and realizing the town wasn't there, I quickly did a quick Google search and realized you have to at least do stuff and have some of your islanders come and visit Harv Islands as well. So with that, I just did a really quick photograph of all the villagers on Eternia, because I was like, well, I really want to unlock it, and you should get Harvey should send you some mail in a few days about it. So I'm hoping to get that. I'm going to double check now after I finish recording to make sure I did that correctly. And that after the first visit, you can unlock the rest of it. So you get people like Harriet, you get Reese, I believe. You get a few things. So I can't remember. I'm not even going to pretend to like make stuff up. But I believe you get... Oh, Katrina's back too with that. So you get like luck and fortunes, which I'm excited for. I loved Katrina. She was so sweet. She was so cool. So yeah, you get a few different things with Harv's Islands, but unfortunately, like I said, I did make a mistake when doing that and probably should have realized much, much more sooner that you need to do things with Harv's Island instead of neglecting it to get the better functions of Harv's Island. But I mean, if you like doing photos of your villagers, this is definitely a great way to do it. So if you like doing photos, you're on like some social media and you want to take pictures of your villagers, I do highly recommend going on to this and doing that with them. Other than that, thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will definitely see you next time. Any subscriptions and stuff like that, likes, comments, all appreciated. My Tumblr will be in the bio. See ya!